Pernicious. The ego's most dangerous feature isn't noise, it's camouflage. The word pernicious does not describe something obvious or explosive. It describes something that harms slowly, subtly, invisibly, until the damage feels inevitable rather than chosen. That is precisely why the ego is pernicious. Not because it screams, not because it dominates, but because it hides in plain sight, wearing the voice of reason, identity, virtue, and survival. The ego's danger is not what it says. It is what it convinces the mind not to question. Below are the core ways the ego operates, and why each one quietly corrodes clarity rather than openly attacking it. The ego is pernicious because it poses as you. The ego's first act is identity theft. It never announces itself as a thought. It presents itself as the thinker. This is who you are. Once a thought is mistaken for identity, questioning it feels like annihilation. Grievances are defended. Suffering is protected. Narratives are preserved. Not because pain is loved, but because releasing the story feels like disappearing. You cannot correct what you believe is you. The ego is pernicious because it reverses cause and effect. It insists the world causes feeling, that people cause pain, that circumstances cause lack. This reversal is the ego's lifeline. If cause lives outside the mind, peace is always postponed. If the problem is out there, the solution is always powerless. The ego is pernicious because it thrives on comparison. Better than, worse than, more awake, less evolved. Comparison creates hierarchy. Hierarchy creates separation. Truth includes. The ego divides. The ego is pernicious because it weaponizes virtue. Healing becomes superiority. Boundaries become exile. Self-love becomes narcissism. Discernment becomes judgment. It never says, "I'm afraid." It says, "I'm protecting my peace." Fear dressed as wisdom is still fear. The ego is pernicious because it needs conflict to feel real. Without opposition, it dissolves. So it manufactures enemies, toxic people, narcissists, systems, family, society, them. Peace feels like death to the ego. Agitation is how it confirms existence. The ego is pernicious because it uses time as a sedative. I'll be better when? In the future. After healing. Time delays truth. Delay numbs urgency. What is real is always now. The ego is pernicious because it cannot love, only bargain. Ego love is conditional, transactional, script-dependent. It loves as long as. It withdraws when the contract is violated. Love becomes agreement. Agreement becomes intimacy. The ego is pernicious because it never knows it is wrong, only threatened. Truth does not offend the ego. Exposure does. Correction feels like attack. Clarity feels harsh. Medicine is called poison. Poison is called protection. In the end, the ego is pernicious for one reason only. It survives through misidentification. Once recognized clearly, it loses power instantly. Not through effort, not through war, through recognition. Truth does not fight the ego. Truth makes it unnecessary. And that is the ego's only real fear.